Hi there. So we're talking about Prasarita Padottanasana, and we're looking specifically at the Ardha position, the half position. You'll notice in the practice card that there was one presentation I showed where your hands are on the wall. And so just a couple things about that presentation. Okay, first off, a bit of a precaution. So if you're doing this presentation and maybe you have a vulnerability in your low back, the best way to get into this position is to start close to the wall. Place your hands, your fingertips actually would be ideal, and I'll talk about that in just a second. And then walk your hands back and separate your legs, right? So you're working here, like so, into Ardha Prasarita Padottanasana. Now, the distinction that I'm making is that you want to start from the wall and then walk your legs back, as opposed to having your legs in position and then leaning forward to get your hands to the wall, because that can be quite intense on the low back. So precaution there for those of you who are dealing with a vulnerability in the low back. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention about this presentation is about the height of the hands on the wall. In the card, I showed the hands quite high at the height of the shoulders, and I find that this works well, particularly if you're stiff in the upper back, stiff in the shoulder region. However, you can be playful and you can play around and see. Maybe you can achieve that concave action even if you move your hands down lower. And if you're having trouble getting the concave action, perhaps you want to move your hands higher up the wall. Okay, so again, cup your fingers, walk back, and then stack your hips over your ankles. Okay, now last thing I want to mention here is about the placement, the shape of the hands. Of course, you can put the palm of your hands on the wall, and this will give you a very different action, right? You press your hands into the wall, reach your hips back in the opposite direction. Okay, this is a particular way of doing it. But if you cup your fingertips, I suspect that you are going to have greater access to your shoulders and the ability to roll your upper arms out and then move your thoracic spine in, your spinal column in, will be more available, okay? But again, be playful. Try this way, and then see how you make out. See which one you like better. Okay, when you're coming out of this position, you can heel toe yourself a little bit closer together, bend your knees slightly, and then walk forward. And again, that's the safest way to get out, especially if you have some challenges with the low back. Okay? That's it. Namaste and happy practicing.